Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. I'm Annalisa. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm doing a general reading for you for February 2019 to see what the kind of energies going on this month could be and some ways to help you navigate and move through them. So looking back at the previous month or the months building up, the lead up to the main themes this month. Looking back at those, we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Two of Wands. And so what it feels like is, looking this way, looking at each other. So what this is saying is that the general month may have been making progress, but it may have felt kind of slow because this knight is very practical, is very diligent, is definitely moving forward towards his goal or her goal, but does it in a very slow, methodical, careful way. So the month may have been about this kind of building, this sense of building up towards something, the sense of moving towards something, step by step, not rushing into anything, but just this kind of deliberate pace of kind of stability, of security. And what lessons you've been learning is about having decisions, about making decisions. So it's you can see with this Two of Wands, you can see the guy here. He's got he in order to take this ball. You see this ball here. This is like the sphere of potentiality. Is that a word? It's like the sphere of, it's like this empty blank space where anything can happen, anything can be created. But in order to take this and move forward with this, he has to let go of one of the wands. So it's like you've had to make some kind of decisions in order to move forward. But what's happening, so it may have been difficult making that decision to move forward, but what's happening is that in return, you're being given this opportunity to create from this blank space. So that may have been this kind of opposing, it's like these opposing energies where you've been like moving forward and like having to make these decisions at the same time, and it may have been like a challenge for you moving through that in January, like how you're going to do that or what exactly you're going to move forward with. But nevertheless, you have moved forward, you've made the decision and you're progressing with something. This month you're coming in with your kind of aspiration for what you want as the Chariot. You really want this month to be about moving forward, becoming successful, going where you want to, really being on the journey, being on the right track and really shifting forward into that. And you might be feeling quite feisty about this. You might be feeling pretty like you just want to get on. You just want to get on. And you want to move forward as well, not just with pure force, but with your full skill set. The Chariot, he has this wand as well. He's holding the horses. He's holding this white and black horse, which want to go in different directions and want to like charge into different places. And he's honing them in and gearing them together and steering them forwards to create the path that he really wants. And with his wand, he's using this kind of connection to his spirit realm in order to do that, connection to his source, to his true self, so that he can manage these things and keep moving forward with it. The advice and how you can do that is coming as the Knight of Rods. This could represent an actual person in your life, someone who has a bit of fire in them, who has a bit of passion in them, is not a really young person, but also not completely mature. There's someone in the middle who has a lot of goals, has a lot of ambitions, and is moving forward themselves with something. And this could be you. So this can be about you embodying that kind of character within yourself, this kind of teenage, youthful, like, yeah, I'm going to just do it. I'm a bit rebellious. I'm a bit carefree. I just want to experience life. I want to play with life. It can be you embodying that, or it can be someone else who can help you with that this month. So you can look out for that person or be embodying that teenage playfulness. You do this month need to be aware of your mind and getting trapped in your mind too much. the Nine of Wands is coming in as a potential block. So this is about, you can see the hands, like they're absolutely bound tight together. And you know, there's all these swords here. All you need to do is just one of these swords, or just cut it. It's a mental battle. It's a mental holding on, and it's the point before just like surrender. The card after this is the Ten of Swords, excuse me, which is the card of complete letting go, complete surrendering, complete relief, because you've been through this process and you've made your way out. You've let it go. It's like you're on the verge of letting go. You just need to let go, and then it's going to fall away. So just be aware of your mindset that could come up in some areas that where you're blocking yourself with your need to hold on. Maybe this is like to do with this, holding onto the reins too tightly. If you're too tightly trying to steer exactly where to go, then you're going to get into this mental battle. Whereas if you let go and be a bit more carefree and a bit more risky and a bit more wayward with it, then it's going to be easier for you to actually move forward. In terms of your relationships and your emotions, you're coming into a completion stage. So this can be about an actual relationship that is moving up to the next level, that is walking through this doorway into another stage of the relationship. Or it could be about this kind of sense of maturity of your circumstances, your home circumstances, your financial circumstances, this kind of evolving and mature sense of settling into something, becoming more deeply grounded within some kind of situation. This can be yourself. So if you're single, this is potentially yourself, like you're kind of settling into yourself and creating this kind of inner harmony in order to move through to the next step, your next stage, your next evolution. So it's a very beautiful card of you've been through a lot of work and done a lot of work, and now it's like you've done the work you need. It's like rest and relax, give yourself space to do that. In terms of your work, again, this figure can either be you or someone else. The King of Pentacles is a mature, wise leader who is practical, who has mastered finance, planning, money, the work world, the home world, and they have experience and they have knowledge. So it can be this kind of person is going to help you this month in your own career and help you progress or move forward or change or do what you want to do. Or you're going to start embodying this sense yourself. You're going to be having this kind of internal king growing and developing within you. So again, a really great influence this month, something very stable and very structured. In terms of your health, your physical health, and your general well-being, we've got the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is about a new work project, a new beginning. And so you could be moving into a new phase with your health where you're going to learn new ways to look after yourself, starting new classes or new experiences, restarting something, finding a way that is good for you to really manage yourself. And this is like the foundation. It's like building the foundations for building yourself on. And I think this is really going to be very useful for you, because with your spiritual energy and your inner fulfillment, you're going to be meeting this guy, the devil. Hi, he's come up. So in order to face him and meet him, quite likely you need a bit of strength. And so I feel like this Three of Pentacles is about bringing in this strength to meet this guy. And I feel this guy is connected to this internal battle of these swords that you're facing. It's like seeing your process, seeing your mind, meeting with it, and you're being asked to overcome it this month. And you're going to do it, because this is your outcome, the High Priestess, who is absolutely in tune with the spiritual. So this devil is coming up in your world of spirituality and inner fulfillment to take you to the next level, to take you into this new insight, this new awareness, this new level of consciousness, this new vibrational state of being. And the devil's helping you do that because it's helping you see the truths inside your mind, inside you, so that once you can see them and see your internal processes, you actually become much more of a clear channel. So you can move into another state because you have much more awareness of what is yours, what is not, what's going on around you. And then from there, you can evolve your skill set, your intuitive and empathic skill set, to be much clearer and much more focused. So he's coming up. You're being asked this month to focus on the Empress. So again, another card that can be a character. I feel this is more likely you with this one. I feel like you're focusing on your Empress nature. So this is the mature, sovereign, queen, goddess, female, nurturing garden of growing fulfillment, nourishment, creation that you have within you and that is part of you, who is heart-centered and open and loving. And I feel like it's this compassion for yourself as you see some truths come up, as you see some revelation in your mind, because this is the kind of lessons you're learning this month, the Four of Swords, which is about watching the mind. It's this kind of stillness and seeing the thoughts. You're kind of lying there and you're seeing the daggers that you have created, and that you allow into yourself, allow into your environment. And while you're doing that, you need to hold on to this Empress energy of self-care and self-love. Or this can be someone else who can support you in this time, in this process, who might feel like a maternal figure, who can help you hold yourself through any kind of battles that are coming up. I have to say that these mental battles don't feel like a huge thing. I feel like I've spoken about them a bit. They are potentially coming up strongly because of the Devil card, but in themselves, they're not big things. So it's like the thoughts themselves, the kind of mental process and ideas themselves are not necessarily huge wounds or huge kind of things to deal with. They can be. I'm not doubting that they can be, but it's like don't worry that you're going into some massive battle. I feel more the Devil is strong is because it's this point of it's this tipping point. It's this point where it's going to flip into something else, and it's like you're at the 9 here. Like the next card, 10, is the surrender. It's like you're just there. It's just this little tipping point that will get you into this new higher state of consciousness and awareness, of serenity and stillness, where you can be really centered and still have all your awareness and bring in more richness and versatility and awareness within yourself, to see things from expanded viewpoints, to see from a higher perspective. I always feel like whenever I have a consciousness shift, I go onto a new stage, it's like I get a bit higher from myself. It's like I can see myself from a little bit further away and have this greater sense of the kind of ego self, the I self that I hold onto, and the ability and the natural, innate, amazing qualities that I have that I can't always see when I get into my kind of mind state, when I get into this kind of stuck state. So it's like you're overcoming that process this month, which is great. And coming into this, we have this double at the bottom here, this double energy of the Empress and the High Priestess, which is just absolutely beautiful, queenly, sovereign, expression and being. So I feel like you're charging into this state. It's like this kind of chariot that's charging in. It's driving you past this guy, straight past, to these, to become this empowered queen, goddess queen. So it's beautiful. You're really, really charging into that energy. That's what I feel. You're really charging through. And anything else? I feel like it's quite a grounding month for you. There's a lot of pentacle, like grounding energies. So yeah, bringing in this kind of slight playful fieriness is going to kind of just make it a bit more spicy, I feel, and give you that edge, that little bit of oomph, firepower edge that's just going to let you blast through. It's like a little explosion that's going to help you blast through into the next level. So I hope that was useful, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great February, and thank you for listening. And if you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you again.